Hello and welcome to The Alternative Conservative. I'm your host Tuesday and I want to thank you for joining me. I do apologize for the lateness of this audio. I have been in pain for the past week because of my back, and I had previously recorded this and it erased on me. So I am here to do this once more. I want to pick up with the Pervywood or Pervywood. Corey Feldman has recently named two of his molesters, one of them being a Dominic Brescia and the other Abby Hoffman. He didn't say Abby's name, but he said it was the guy who ran the soda pop shop in Hollywood, California during the 80s. Anyone who read the Teen Beat magazines during the 80s, there's a lot of pictures in there from this nightclub that was for children under 18. And other people have taken to Corey's book Choreography and have used the clues in order to determine the other names. These include Bobby Hoffman, who I'm unsure whether there's a relationship with him and Abby Hoffman. I don't know if they're brothers or something, but they were working together. David Seltzer, Marty Weiss might also be involved here, although he's already been busted, along with Robert David Villard. Finally, we have David Nixay, who was a producer on Lucas, and currently he manages Justin Bieber, or he's somehow connected with Justin Bieber at this point. And of course that's interesting because of the behavior from Justin Bieber. People are probably wondering whether he himself has been exposed to pedophilia. Of course, Justin Bieber has not come forward. We just don't know. I would actually have to say that in the case of Corey Feldman, the person or the people that are most responsible at this point are his parents, because they weren't there. He was not supervised. I just got done listening to an interview with Sean Astin, and I also remember hearing from Kiefer Sutherland stating that Corey Feldman, when they worked with him as a child on Goonies and The Lost Boys, that Corey Feldman did not have parental supervision. And that's what a lot of this boils down to. Sean Astin said, my parents always looked after me, and I was never exposed to any of this. And that's really what it boils down to. And it's very sad because now I don't think anything will get done. The Dominic Brescia character, I'm sure you're very well aware of him. He's the overweight character actor from Friday the 13th, Part 5. Very, very well known. He decided to name Charlie Sheen as Corey Haim's pedophile. But again, there's no way of knowing whether that's true or not. And as far as Charlie Sheen is concerned, I don't think there's anything you can accuse that guy that he hasn't done already. I mean, he's got HIV now, so if he did do anything, which I'm not sure he did in this case, he certainly got what was coming to him. More people on the chopping block include David Blaine. He's being accused of raping at least 2 women. Terry Richardson is a famous photographer who works with Rolling Stone and Harper's Bazaar. His allegations have been around for years. I guess they're just resurfacing again. Star Trek's George Takei, who's always on Twitter railing about how our president is a molester, has been apparently doing his own molesting. Jeremy Piven is being accused. Andy Dick, James Toback. I think there's over 300 women now coming forward that have come forward. Brett Ratner, Bob Weinstein, Harvey Weinstein's brother, Ed Westwick, is being accused of raping at least 2 women. Steven Seagal, Casey Affleck. For this one, his allegations against him have been around for quite a while. Ben Affleck, Gary Goddard is being accused of molesting someone when they were younger for years. Bryan Singer, Richard Dreyfuss, and, of course, Robert De Niro, who it is alleged that he has used brothels that use underage girls. So, there you have it. Those are the allegations. A big part of me wants to say that they're probably all true. Louis C.K. is the other one, but he came forward and admitted his wrongdoing. It doesn't sound like he did anything assault-wise. He asked women to stand in front of him while he pleasured himself, which is just not at all creepy. I'm not sure why anyone wouldn't immediately laugh at that and leave. I don't know. I want to know what situation came about where that would even be suggested. It just seems to me that for a lot of these women, I'm supposed to believe that they were stone cold sober, they hadn't been partying all night. I don't know. It's very hard when it comes to these crimes because so much time has passed and you just don't know what to believe. So if I were to call the police and tell them, I was robbed at gunpoint. Well, when did this happen? Where were you? Well, it was about 15 years ago. I don't think anyone would take me very seriously. I'm just not sure the police would be able to do anything about that. Because it's 15 years ago. No other crime do we allow for this much time to pass. I'm scared. I'm scared about where this witch hunt takes us in America. All of these men, aside from Louis C.K., because he's already admitted to doing something wrong, all of these men have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. They should be afforded that. And even though I do believe people like Robert De Niro or Ben Affleck, even though I think these guys are scum, my feelings and what can be proven might be very well two different things. And if somebody wants to do something lewd in front of you, for goodness sake, laugh at them, deal with them, say something when it's happening. Now, I'd like to ask you to close your eyes and just take a deep breath. It's okay to be white. I want you to really think about how you feel when I say it's okay to be white. Now, if you're anything like myself, you're probably waiting for me to say something else like, and? But apparently, that response is not the response of everyone. No. In fact, some people have a completely different response to this. That would include anger, frustration, and calling people racists. I thought this story was quite interesting because apparently 4chan, which is this troll internet community online, well, obviously if it's on the internet, it's online. It's a bit redundant there. In any case, they had conspired to put up a bunch of signs around different campuses, different schools, that just simply say it's okay to be white. So I'll read this from the Washington Post. Protesters proclaiming it's okay to be white. Protesters proclaiming it's okay to be white have been appearing on college campuses and on city streets across the country this week, prompted by an anonymous chat room comment that suggested the message would feed social unrest and sway white Americans to far-right ideologies. What? That is not at all what they were. Okay, this is interesting. Since Tuesday, the posters have been spotted in Rocky River, Ohio, Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota, blah, blah, blah. In most cases, schools and cities have pulled the posters down, but the message has continued to spread in images and hashtags across Twitter and other social media platforms, even prompting a related Know Your Meme entry, detailing its internet origins and cultural backstory. A series of messages said people should print signs reading "It's okay to be white," post them on college campuses and elsewhere, and then stand back and watch the fun begin. And, of course, the fun did begin, because people immediately started constructing these stories of being victimized, and they felt unsafe by the signs because everyone is a poor little snowflake that cannot be bothered. I can't believe this article. It goes on to talk about the Southern Poverty Law Center documented a surge in posters and recruitment activity by white nationalist organizations. Basically, what happened is a bunch of people saw the signs and perceived this to be done by far right-wing white nationalists and neo-Nazis. That's really what it boils down to. There are people out there who believe that this campaign was done by a bunch of racists. And I have no understanding of how anyone goes from it's okay to be white to you're a racist. How does that happen? There's nothing threatening in the message, it's okay to be white. It's merely an affirmation of something we already know. It's just as if someone were to say, it's okay to be black. It's okay to be brown. Why are the people on the far left so angry and so triggered about everything? What in the heck is going on? I don't know if it's a mental illness, a collective mental illness, but what's brilliant about this campaign is that it's saying something that should already be known. It's not threatening. It was not done to be threatening in any way or to stop the free speech of anyone else. This same radical left are the group of people who go to Berkeley and burn them down because they have somebody speaking there they disagree with. How is that not threatening? But simply having a poster up is somehow threatening. And it's a poster with a message, a very simple, clear, easy message. It's okay to be white. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, and I think it's brilliant. And I hope that there will be more younger people in the university to come up with even more creative ways to send out the message that it's okay to be anybody. It's okay to be whatever you are. It's okay to be human. It's okay to work together and stop labeling people and demonizing people because of their race. How are you supposed to get over racism if you want to respond to that with more racism? It makes no sense. It's absolutely ludicrous. And with that, I am finished. Have a beautiful day.